Uses a markup language called the HTML. It is a string of codes in which you write where you want to send the person to another address. It is remarkably easy on how to do so. So, the domain of the hypertext markup language is all the things in the internet. Before the internet, if one would have to do the research paper, then he would have to physically go to the library, and if the book had been issued earlier, then he would have to wait for weeks till he could complete the task. It's kind of funny that we are talking about all this now, because like any other great innovation, just after we have access to it, we start taking it for granted. Back in 1945, there was this guy, Vannevar Bush, and he was working for the US government, and he had this crazy idea like, wow, humans are creating so much of information, and what if we could store all the information together, the books and articles that we have access to, in one device, and he called this idea the Memex. Later in 1960s, Ted Nelson launches the project Xanadu, and he says that what if I could not only store the ideas that I have, but I could somehow connect the ideas that other person have. In 1982, researchers at University of Maryland created a system called the Hypertext, and they were the first one to use text as a link marker for itself. In 1987, Apple developed HyperCard, and what it does it had a stack of cards, and you could jump in between the cards and create links in between. So you could jump to the parts of stories and design your own narrative. What it does, it gained a lot of influence because this kind of non-linear storytelling could influence the minds of people and also create a narrative. All these ideas and others influenced Tim Berners-Lee, the creator of World Wide Web, to develop it. Hyperlink almost feels like a Lego block. This very building block of connections that is part of the very big connection that is connected all throughout the world.